All right, let's get right into it. We are living through a transformation that's so massive, some are comparing it to the Enlightenment. A fascinating book, The Age of AI and Our Human Future, argues that we're not just building clever tools anymore, we're creating a new kind of partner to help us figure out reality itself. This is the story of that partnership and what it means for all of us.
So, our story really kicks off in late 2017 with this quiet revolution. A team of developers gave an AI program called AlphaZero nothing but the rules of chess. And I mean nothing. No famous opening moves, no classic strategies from grandmasters, just how the pieces move. That's it.
And then it started to learn, just by playing against itself, over and over and over, millions of times. And get this, in only 4 hours, that's less time than it takes to watch a couple of movies, it didn't just get good at chess, it became the most dominant chess-playing entity that has ever existed.
But here's the really mind-bending part. It's how it won. It beat the reigning champ, a program called Stockfish, not by outcalculating it, but by outthinking it in a totally new way. You see, Stockfish was the peak of human chess knowledge, stuffed with centuries of our best strategies. AlphaZero, it made up its own. It made moves that looked like mistakes to humans, sacrificing important pieces in ways that seemed, frankly, alien. But it knew, through its own self-play, that these bizarre moves gave it the highest chance of winning.
Its strategy was so completely original that the greatest human players, guys like Garry Kasparov, could only sit back and watch in awe. The AI was uncovering deep truths about a game we've been playing for 1,000 years, truths we had never seen.
And that's the real takeaway here, right? This is so much bigger than a board game. What this showed us is that this new kind of intelligence can be pointed at real-world problems, and it can see patterns that have been invisible to us, patterns we might not even have the words to describe.
For example, look at this incredible story from MIT. Researchers were trying to find new antibiotics, so they showed an AI thousands of molecules and basically said, this is what antibiotics look like. The AI learned to spot the right features even some humans hadn't cataloged. Then they let it loose on a library of 60,000 different compounds, and it found one. They named it Halicin. It's a totally new antibiotic that could kill superbugs. A discovery like that would have taken humans years and a fortune, if they could even do it at all.
So you're probably asking, how is any of this even possible? What is the secret sauce that's driving these amazing breakthroughs?
Well, it all comes down to a technology called machine learning. Now, with old-school computer programming, a human has to write every single line of code, every single rule. Machine learning is different. You just feed the program massive amounts of data, and it teaches itself. It builds its own knowledge, its own capabilities.
And it learns in a few different ways. The first is supervised learning, which is like teaching a toddler with flashcards. You show it 1,000,000 pictures of cats and say, cat, and eventually it learns what a cat is. That's basically how the Halicin discovery worked. Then there's unsupervised learning, where it just sifts through data and finds hidden patterns on its own. And finally, there's reinforcement learning. That's pure trial and error. That's AlphaZero, just playing chess against itself until it became the best.
Now, I know this might all sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this isn't some far-off future. This technology is already here, and it's quietly reshaping your world every single day.
You might be wondering, okay, so where is it? Because a lot of the time, it's totally invisible. It's the engine running under the hood of the services you're already using constantly.
The short answer? It's everywhere on these global platforms. Every time you type something into Google, every time TikTok shows you a video it thinks you'll like, every time Netflix recommends a show or Google Maps finds you the fastest route home, that is AI, making predictions and shaping your experience. And the scale of this is just staggering. We're not talking thousands of people. We're talking about platforms that serve billions of us. That makes AI one of the single most influential forces in the world right now, shaping what we see, what we think, and what we do. So kind of without any big debate or announcement, we've just done it. We've woven this non-human intelligence right into the fabric of our society. It's become our silent partner for making countless decisions, from the tiny to the truly important. But this new partnership between us and machines, it's about a lot more than just convenience. It's kicking up these huge, profound questions about our security, our society, and even our own identity. I mean, just look at the world of security and conflict. We went from the industrial age and its giant armies to the nuclear age and the threat of total annihilation. Then we entered the cyber age, and now we are stepping into the AI age.
an age of autonomous, algorithm-driven warfare that moves at a speed that no human can possibly keep up with, let alone counter.
And as important as all that is, the book argues that the biggest revolution of all is actually happening on a much deeper, more philosophical level. It's a challenge to our very idea of what it means to be human.
You see, for 400 years, ever since the Enlightenment, we've put human reason up on a pedestal. That famous line, "I think, therefore I am," that was our thing. Our ability to reason was what made us unique, what put us at the center of the universe.
But what happens when we aren't the only thinkers in town anymore? If an AI can discover things, create things, and strategize in ways that look an awful lot like thinking, then what does that make us? It forces us to ask this really fundamental question: who are we now?
Because what's happening here is that we're not just building a better calculator. We are building a completely new mechanism for exploring reality. It's a non-human kind of logic that, in some areas, can already see things more clearly than we can.
And the scariest part? This change is happening so fast. Our laws, our politics, our ideas about society, none of it was designed for a world like this. We are, in a very real way, sprinting into a future we are just not ready for.
And that all leads us to the final, most important question of all. We've got this new partner in our journey to understand the world. So, what are the rules of this partnership going to be? Who gets to write them? Because how we decide to answer that, well, that's not just going to define the age of AI, it's going to define our entire human future.